Yo! Here we are back in Madden. Super Wild Card weekend has just wrapped up. And now we're down to 8. The 4 divisional winners in the AFC, while we have only 2 left in the NFC and 2 wild cards, and the East reigns supreme. And unfortunately, Madden got it wrong. That's 2 weeks in a row now. But it was expected in my opinion. So this week, for the divisional round, we go out to Buffalo, where we have the rematch that never happened, or however you want to word it, as the Cincinnati Bengals take on the Buffalo Bills as the winner advances to the AFC Championship game. And boy, oh boy, we'll discuss it in a little bit, but let's get out to Buffalo and get this going.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Next on EA Sports.
So, obviously, we all know what happened the last time these two teams met. It was Week 17
We're about
in
15
Cincinnati
miles
on
south
Monday
of
night.
downtown Buffalo at
And
Highmark Stadium in
about a
Orchard
little over 5
Park.
minutes left in the first
Today
quarter.
we're
The
set for a good
devastating
AFC matchup
events
between the Cincinnati
of
Bengals
Mar Hamlin
and the
suffering
Buffalo
cardiac arrest
Bills.
on the field. And then, instead of finishing the game, the two teams decide that
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
What happened on that Monday night is very rare. Super rare. And take it as you may. I'm programmed, or I'm used to, like, someone's hurt, someone gets injured, once they're taken care of off the field and away they go, the game resumes. And I mean, that has happened countless times in the NFL and all across sports. But I understand this is a different scenario. Okay? And take it as you will, take it as you may. For me, I was really expecting the game to start back up, or even finish the next day on Tuesday night. That would have gave Cincinnati and Buffalo enough time to recoup, get ready for Week 18 against their respective opponents, but obviously they didn't. And when they decided that they didn't want to finish the game, I was all in favor of making it no contest, because we've had it's similar to a tie, so it's just not a stand in the standings and so forth. So it'll be interesting, and you know, life happens.
And create downfield.
But now, Cincinnati, who could easily be playing at home, is now playing on the road. And it is what it is. So, we just move on. Okay?
Right to the air
and the great question becomes, what will happen if it happens in the playoffs?
Taken down, but able to
what
slip
happens
across
if it happens
the 35.
I'm sorry, but
11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
you're not going to declare the Super Bowl no contest. You're not going to declare the playoff game a no contest.
How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch,
so,
and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first
figure
down.
something out in the future if this ever happens again.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
There's only been one case in the NFL that a player has died on the field.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
was it 17, 81, somewhere in that time frame.
And that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And there was a Detroit
That'll
line
be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Heart attack, died.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Underlying heart condition that his doctors never told him, or never found. His wife ended up suing the hospital, and I'm not sure how that case all ended up, but still.
And now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag.
There's only one instance of a thing, but I mean, it's very plausible.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
When it's certainly looked like a heck of a catch because I'm sorry, but
bobble it, which could complicate things. But
I mean, this isn't like
that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Like, was it the '89 World Series where there was an earthquake and everything got postponed a day?
Review of the play, ruling on the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
But anyways, that's enough of that. We all know DeMar Hamlin. He's doing great. He's doing better. He was not in attendance for the game against Miami. Don't know if he will or potentially be in attendance for...
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was right.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting.
It's just...
now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
If I mentioned that last week or not. But, you know, the big old conspiracy theory that the NFL is
throwing
scripted,
again, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase.
I feel like
he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Has been,
safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm.
Things don't go their way in sports.
Might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play.
Scripted, that's different.
Play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already.
You have Larry Johnson, who's a huge conspiracy theorist. And how week 18, Buffalo Bills, they set the game off with a kickoff return for a touchdown.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. No surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Since the last time they had kickoff return for a touchdown, Mr. Moore Hamlin's number 3. So. I forget if I call him that.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try.
He's going to be well short.
This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he put enough weight into it, but it's well off to the right. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Bills getting sent.
Anyways, this past super wildcard weekend was enjoyable. But same thing. Just like last year, you had great games on the weekends.
Now
2
they're
on
set
Saturday,
up
3
nicely
on
at
Sunday,
the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
This was a little lackluster and a little
Here's
lopsided.
Allen on 1st and 10.
And
His throw
it'll be interesting to see if we'll get to that. We'll recap every game one by one in a little bit, but for the most part, they weren't disappointing at all. We start off in San Francisco, where weather was supposed to be a factor, and it really wasn't. At least it didn't feel like it really was.
Here's Allen working in the middle here. That's complete to
for about
the tight end.
For a half.
And he'll be brought down
Seattle brought everything.
40-yard line.
2 divisional foes, but there's a reason why San Francisco has won 10 straight.
Scheming his guy over just a little underneath
and
just
it wasn't,
free up some space.
It wasn't until late in the third,
space,
early in the fourth, that he just got away from Seattle.
Really nice yardage.
That's just, Yeah, so San Francisco easily went up 10-0.
Now they'll come up on a first
but
and
then 10. Seattle came roaring back. They got a touchdown.
They run for the first time with
James
Cook.
Field goal, so it's 7-13.
And he's going to find his way forward here
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left in the first half.
The first down
This is how it went.
it's 2nd and 4.
Seattle got a touchdown. They took the lead. 14-13. 49ers, they took their sweet time. 13 seconds left.
The last run got 6.
We
now
take the lead
2nd
by
and 4.
16-14. But yet,
to throw, it's Allen.
Seattle, boom, right back.
Incomplete.
They took those 13 seconds. Got a field goal.
The only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter.
And they were able to take the lead 17-16 at the half.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Allen.
That's second. Yeah, that's a second.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it, you got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
So Seattle got at their own 24 and got 14 yards out of it. So, I mean, they're sitting at their own 38. So, with 9 seconds left. And, there was a penalty for unnecessary roughness.
There's no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I kind of missed the end of the first half.
Too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact of the next-gen stats.
And what, in my opinion, was expected. I was expecting San Francisco to
and he's got his man in stride, complete.
Put the pedal to the metal and just destroy Seattle. Nothing at Seattle. Seattle had down. It was like a rebuilding. They got rid of their franchise quarterback.
Not wide open touchdown. Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. He's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Geno Smith was a better fit. They finished season 9-7. 9-8.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Made the playoffs and just got destroyed by their divisional foe.
And he is going to lose yardage
how
here.
do I feel if that was Green Bay?
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals sensed some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return
to make the playoffs, because all you gotta do is get your foot in the door. That's the whole thing with postseason play. That's what, in my opinion, is great about American sports and tournaments and so on and so forth. You know, all you need to do is get your foot in that door and boom. I mean, look what happens in the FIFA World Cup. Look what happens in the Olympics. I mean, 1980, the U.S. hockey team, you know, they got the tournament play. They beat the Russians. Then they beat the.
Again, it's Cook.
They beat Sweden and Finland.
And Cook will get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That's what people forget. Is that
punching it in from a yard away.
The Miracle on Ice, that was the semifinals. They get to the game when they won the gold medal. The NCAA tournament for basketball.
Backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the line and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity,
it was
and he
nice
wanted to
just
cash it in.
Enjoy the weekend, not worry about having a dog in the fight, and just hoping that they would win, and hear all the ridicule when they would lose, and be like, we heard that all last week.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. There's James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
But anyways, San Francisco gets a win. They'll be hosting Divisional round next week. The late game on Saturday, you saw the LA Chargers take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in a cool, crisp 40 degrees in Jacksonville.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
No, this is wrong. And
from a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out.
The Chargers got off to a fast start.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Jacksonville,
it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
This is what happens when you don't have
again on second down. Burrow looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Prior to that, he hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It
feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it's clicking exactly like they drew it up.
The Raiders were in, and so would, I think, is it Pittsburgh?
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up.
It was all, so if LA, they get the playoffs for the first time in a long
time. You can't move
time.
up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they were just, there's a tale of 2 halves. So LA, after 1 quarter play, they were winning 17-0.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on the punt.
About 30 seconds left in the first half, they were winning 27-0.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
4 minutes left in the first half.
They have 27. Now the question there, going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line.
Got some momentum.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they can get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Pretty good results here on the first down.
5 minutes left in the third quarter. Jacksonville gets another touchdown, so they cut the deficit in half.
Smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now.
Second and short. Field goal,
did they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Conversion failed, so they were within 10.
Allen going to throw.
Thinking to myself,
it's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
You have 15 minutes left in the down by 10.
That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive. And now they connect here with another nice game for a first down. This offense is moving the ball
The Chargers had set up for 3 field goals. Those field goals for touchdowns, game over. But the Chargers let the
first down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
They kept the Jags in it.
This one is down he goes.
So 4th quarter.
B.J. Hill able to drop him for a loss of 4 from
about
his
5 minutes
defensive
left in the
tackle
fourth.
spot.
They pull within 2.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their
they hit the
pass
2-point
rush
conversion
because there was nowhere for him to go with the football.
And then
the only
they
place
get
he
the ball
ended up,
back.
down on the ground.
They just walked down the field. They walked down the field and get a game-winning field goal to win it. That was a chip shot too. And Jacksonville becomes the first team We go from
so after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Worst in the NFL,
on play
the first
action,
in the division,
Allen.
And to win
got
a
his
playoff
man
game
complete over the middle. That's Davis.
after being the worst.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
They have better leadership.
20 yards.
Doug Peterson's a better NFL head coach than Urban Meyer.
Let's keep all the receivers alive in a play.
Just imagine.
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Urban Meyer was still around. They didn't fire him mid-season in his first year. Which I'm not a big fan of firing unless the coach is god-awful. And that's
first down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Mid-season in their first
following
year.
The pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
So.
Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So when you think play action right here, because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
In read the whole time.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
And
he's got it.
If he can bring the Super Bowl to Philadelphia,
15-yard touchdown.
He can bring the Super Bowl to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's been the 2 AFC champions, 3.
Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
The blitz has really worked its way into a blitz just stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out. Now they're on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Back, gets a win.
The extra point by Bass, up and good.
They move on.
That'll make the score 14-0.
Then we move on to Sunday. 3 games on Sunday. Early game was Miami at Buffalo and Davis. It did not. Well, it started off great for Buffalo, okay? And Miami was starting with third-string quarterback. Tua, still hurt, but I think there's good signs for him. Hope. But
after the
Buffalo's playing with a heavy
pass
heart.
to kick it away.
Handling. Everything's scripted.
A yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
I don't know if it's the next 4 possessions. Let's see. Yeah, they would score on their next 4 possessions after Buffalo went up 17-0. And they intercepted. They intercepted.
He brings it in on the crossing route. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And that was a different penalty. That's what kept that
completion. And it'll be second and a couple.
So, with 7:34 left in the first half, Miami kicks their first field goal. Just before a 2-minute warning, they kick their second field goal.
Now some movement before the snap.
Then,
from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
They kick their third field goal.
They nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know, it just has to be right. All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Buffalo got a field goal, go 17-0. Miami, 10 plays, field goal.
Now it's Burrow.
Then
dumps it off to Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Kick that field goal.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
To go up 20-17 with 4 seconds left. And I mean, that's how dangerous offensively Buffalo is. So like, oh, jeez. Okay. So
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Third quarter.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk to GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
About 10 minutes, 11 minutes, early in the
back to Mixon on second down.
Pull within 3, but that was
He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire. They brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
But we'll get to that game.
It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
The late game.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst.
And
he's going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That was a round run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Packers 1-19.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Burrow.
Minnesota all year round, they were 11-0 in one-possession games.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield.
Like that.
How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They were 8-1 at home. Finished the regular season, 13-4, their 4 losses. We're
so
2 at Philadelphia.
Now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
Dallas.
They go back to the ground now to mix it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And they just played the Giants.
There was a power play up the middle coming out. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The Giants 3-4 weeks.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And Giants were able to tie that game late. But Minnesota was able
drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So,
we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In the first, they go up 14-7.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow.
Late in the second half, second quarter, they go up 17-7. But just before halftime, Minnesota gets a touchdown before within the 3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second half. Giants get
start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football.
Minnesota
as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Gets a touchdown to pull within 3. 4th quarter, early in the 4th, Minnesota gets a field goal to tie the game. But midway through the 4th, the Giants get the lead and hang on to it. And
now it's Burrow.
there was over.
This goes out wide
I
for
think like 3
Mixon.
minutes left in the game.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
About 3 minutes left in the game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw.
Giants
and in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Daniel Jones had a wide open receiver in the slant, cutting cross, and he just dropped it. Just dropped it. And they gave
to the air again, Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Tredavious White with a pick.
I don't know if he was scored, but he had lots of good work.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3.
So it gets it back.
We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
This is Minnesota's last drive. So they started their own 12.
Touchdown pass last time they had it.
Short pass.
And they'll start here with a first and 10.
For 6 yards. Second and 4. Passes incomplete. But there's a rough in the passer going right there. I'm like, oh no, here's your luck factor. And surprisingly enough, the New York Giants are another lucky team.
So after the INT,
it's a pass interference call, so not a roughing passer, so the ball goes from Minnesota's 18 to Minnesota's 33.
On second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play.
Cousins,
hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
He's incomplete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Pass there, Dalvin Cook.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
So 2 yards. Third minute at their own 48. Cousins passes incomplete, short left to Robinson. 4th and 8. You need 8 yards. You have one of the best receivers in the game in Justin Jefferson, who's been mainly quiet all day. Early, it looked like he scored a touchdown. He's gritty, but it was returns and short goal line. And that was about it. You heard from Justin Jefferson.
Throwing now is Allen.
It was mainly the TJ Hawkinson show. I'm happy you're to have a day because you can't cover both.
Catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The receivers, you can cover one but not the other. And since TJ's the tight end, he can block and then get open. And you're double covering Justin Jefferson, and it showed.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
8 yards.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Takes a snap, under pressure.
Setting up the screen for Cook.
Checks it down.
And the tackle going to be made
short.
at the 38.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively.
That's how the season ended for Minnesota. 3 plays later, a couple kneel downs, and that's the game. The New York Giants win. They move on.
From the 38, Allen. It's
Daniel
Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Quarterback
and they're going to work this down about the 32-yard line.
I have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they?
But
team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard. Completing some passes, and he's completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary.
Tennessee's quarterback.
Some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the end zone. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Okay.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there.
That's why receivers shuck it down the field. Hopefully the pass interference call.
Relative ease.
You might get lucky, but no. Just a little dump pass and like that's it. Like, jeez. But as a Packer fan, I was thrilled to see them lose. And there's a comfy, they can join us now on the couch like we've joined them for the last 12, 13 years. So, it was a joy. And it's like, man, how can this? We just had a huge comeback Saturday night.
And he's going to have a game of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Okay, a surprising Buffalo, but Miami came short. We saw the underdogs in New York beat the frauds in Minnesota, which,
you got to cover him too. That makes things really difficult.
We knew it was going to happen. How can this get better? Well, we go to Sunday night football.
Now we're 1st and 10 at
Baltimore
the
at
11.
Cincinnati. Lamar Jackson still ain't playing.
To throw it's Allen.
He had a bunch of heat all week, so
get him down
it's the
after
playoffs.
a pickup of 8.
And
Second and 2.
Well,
Never make the mistake with the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
And saying,
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with 1st and goal.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. The 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They're not the same because they're not playing for that big money deal.
Singletary is in. Touchdown Bills.
Okay.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work. They're using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection?
And then you got Lamar.
Leading right now.
He's got contract here. He's tried not to sign any contract extension. He's his own agent, which is a big mistake in my mind. Even for professionals, but I mean, to some extent, he's holding hostage. I'm sure if he really wanted to play, he would have played. He would have found a way to play. But I don't think he really wanted to play.
A 10-play drive that
myself.
time, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
If he really were in the base, it's okay. Obviously, he's not going to be 100%, and he's a running quarterback. And he needs his legs to win the game. And they built that whole team around him. But anyways, here we go. Cincinnati gets on the board first, midway through the first quarter with a field goal. Then, start of the second quarter.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away.
By Cincinnati, but they missed the extra point.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And then
up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
With 5 minutes
Cincinnati
left
now ready to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Now,
trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to
was
throw.
the play
And he gets
of the
this
game,
one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So far in the playoffs,
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Baltimore
it's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait until the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Baltimore was able to move the ball.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
They started the drive at their own.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They get the ball to Cincinnati's 2-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Huntley passes in
from the shotgun. Joe Burrow.
Second goal.
He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Another ball.
Coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big time run, big time pass.
1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch down.
Tries to leap over, extend the ball, pass the line, into the goal.
On second down, here's Mixon.
But
he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. And go get the
There's
first
a similar
down.
play
That's
that
exactly
happened
what they did.
in Green Bay, Carolina,
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Similar thing.
A momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had their ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand
tries to extend
before
it.
this drive reaches the
He
end
gets
zone.
rejected, ball pops out, and is recovered by
Second and 10 from the
Hubbard,
33-yard
Cincinnati's
line.
own Hubbard, Bowling Ways, I think. And he's off to the races.
Now
He goes
Burrow.
98 yards
And that is
for the touchdown.
That's a big
And
force of
Cincinnati
conversion
takes the
there.
lead.
Bring up third. This defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Cincinnati goes 6 plays at the punt. Baltimore goes 5 plays.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a
Cincinnati goes
look at it
3
3rd and
now.
10.
Has the punt.
They're passing
And
here. Joe Burrow.
I think,
Points the
I
target,
don't know
and
if
he's
I
over
want
the
to all
middle.
3
And he's
timeouts.
got
He
a
had
first
a
down
bunch of
as a
timeouts. So on the
tackle
final
made at the
possession,
Bills' 22-yard line. The
They
Bengals
started
passing
Cincinnati's
game
own
finding a rhythm. They've got
46-yard
another
line.
first.
And this has been a
So,
nice answer to the
decent
touchdown
field
drive
position. You don't
against
have
them
to
a
go
few
far.
minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo.
Okay.
A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Baltimore is just taking their time, which to some extent, yeah, okay, so they get the ball with 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. I don't think they use any of their timeouts. I
And
think
just no
if
chance
they
of turning
did
the
use a
corner.
few,
He can
they
only
still
get
had
back
some.
to the line of scrimmage. Second
And
and
this
10
is
coming up.
question comes.
No gain on that run. And while
Harbaugh
the team is
and
down, there's still time to come back and win the football game.
So
If
first
I'm
and
the
10
offensive
at
coordinator,
Cincinnati's own
though,
46.
I got to think about moving at a
They get a
faster
6-yard
pace
pass.
and maybe opening things up a little bit.
Second
throwing it a little
forward.
bit more.
Huntley ran the ball, 3rd and 2. Huntley throws it, 2-minute warning. 4th and 1. They get the first. They get the first down. At a minute 26
Officially
left, the
nothing
ball's
on
at
that
Cincinnati's
last run.
33-yard
They'll
line.
try again, second and 10.
Then
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
second and 10.
Drops it incomplete. And their
Short
struggles
pass.
continue
There's a
here.
hand in the play.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you.
So
and
now
not
it's first and 10 at Cincinnati's
The
28-yard
bottom
line.
line is, that's a
So
pass he's
they're
got to
moving the ball.
have, and a
They're
pass he
waiting.
should have caught.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Then
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
first and 10 at 28.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
17.
Well, how about the coverage when they saw him break out on 3rd down?
34 seconds.
Dive defense,
Pass, second and
blanket in
10
the
to
field with
17.
extra defensive backs and speed.
Then there's a holding penalty, so it's second and 20 at Cincinnati's 20. Incomplete. Cincinnati gets that
So
down
on
after
4th
15
down,
seconds.
off
3rd
goes
and
Burrow.
20.
On comes
Another
Evan
replay.
McPherson
Comes
for
out
the
to
Bengal
4th and
field
20.
goal. From the left
8
hash, this
seconds
from
left.
39. McPherson's kick is good, and the deficit drops
Huntley
now from
takes
21
snap,
down to 18.
chucks it up in the end
So
zone,
he gets a shot at
and
atoning for the earlier
gets
miss here in the first
deflected
half
and
and
just
able
in
to
and out of
knock
the
it
hands of the
through.
Baltimore
And what a
Ravens player.
relief for him,
They
don't you
lose.
think? Because how many games have we done where
Essentially,
kickers missed
they had
one
a chance
early
to tie it,
and
and
never
they
got
come
a
up
chance
short.
to atone for it the rest of the game?
And
That's a lot
man,
to
that
carry
was just
around.
Another great way to end the weekend. But that's not it. We still have one more game. But anyways, there were some tempers. Apparently, Harbaugh was not thrilled about the halftime question that was asked to him before halftime. And he was just being very cocky and so forth. But I mean, don't blame the messenger. She's just a reporter.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Do you really think these head coaches want to be talking to the media midway through the game?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
My job.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
I don't know if Dobbins' contract's up.
I think after that run, the defense gets back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them?
So it's going to be an interesting
enough confidence to make a play?
Baltimore.
From the 29, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And as always, it feels like we got one more game and we got to wait until the week.
Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Give us that one more Monday night game of the season in the playoffs, that playoff atmosphere feel. And it's them boys going to Tampa Bay, taking on the Buccaneers. The 8 and 9, 10
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
12 and 5 Dallas Cowboys.
A
And
give up the middle to Singletary.
Last week, Dallas
this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
But it was a meaningless game for the Cowboys. They couldn't move up, they couldn't move down in the playoff game. They were 5th seed, locked and loaded. They knew they were going to take on
the previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And they just had poor performance in Washington in Week 18.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Week 18, they played a little bit, and then the rest got ready for the game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
First losing record in his glorious
They tried to throw
career.
on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Cowboys were also trying to look for their first road.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary.
And
a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
33
yards now on the ground by just 7 carries.
This strong right up the middle. I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
So, here we go. We head down to Tampa Bay Monday Night Football, and it was all them boys.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
But
now Allen.
Here's the thing. So,
and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. He gets a small gain on the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Wide right. Then a full quarter later, 6-minute mark in the 2nd quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Another touchdown.
Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him. Either guy in double
Dallas
coverage
scores
could
their first touchdown. Tampa Bay, they moved down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one, and they're into the Fred shutting down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down,
6 minute mark
any
in the
down,
second
even
quarter.
third
Cowboys
down, no
another touchdown.
problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of
Man,
downs,
this is the
continuing to move the ball.
Same exact thing. He overshoots it to the right. And about 30 seconds left in the first half. Cowboys get another touchdown.
Here's Allen on first and 10.
Misses it again this time.
He will find Diggs in the end zone.
So
Touchdown,
18-0. End of the halftime.
Stephon Diggs. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Mayer misses
Tyler Bass now for the point
this
after.
time. Just the tip of the upright on the right side.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
This is going to be 28.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all total.
Okay.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
And then Tampa Bay, and Tom Brady needs to move the ball. He can move the ball, but that's also when defenses play a little loose. Okay. Just before the end of the third quarter, Tom Brady scores, gets a touchdown, 24-6. They missed a 2-point conversion. Fourth quarter, Dallas goes down the field, gets a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
5th time to charm. Brett Mayer gets the extra point. So
and
maybe
he
we'll
won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
With about 2 minutes left in the
returns to the field.
Another touchdown.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got it done for the first time in a long time on the road.
First down, here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Divisional round,
defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
On Saturday, Jacksonville, they will head to Kansas City.
Leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
The early game on NBC.
Burrow looking to
Giants
pass.
And Eagles play.
They'll set up the screen here to mix it.
Saturday night.
Upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's very similar to
Now
last
the
year.
Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I think so, yeah. And both #1 seeds lost. Tennessee and Green Bay were
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
So we'll see what happens this year.
Here's Burrow.
And then on Sunday, the early game.
And it's complete to Higgins.
Mid-afternoon.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
It's going to be a close game no matter what. I wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo wins by 3. But we'll get to that later. I'll preview the games in the second half.
Again, it's Burrow.
And down he goes. And the late game.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
We got the game last year.
Getting in there to bring him down.
For wild card weekend.
So often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's what we return to your live and say,
the Cowboys heading to
and you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
Them boys and the Niners. It'll be a good one. Right now, Kansas City's favorite by 8.5.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And down he goes.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Right.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
But yeah, like I said before, we'll find out what Tom Brady will do in the offseason.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break.
Enjoy halftime.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox.
Before I get my predictions,
and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
LA, the Chargers. There's reports that
Singletary, they'll go
there's
up the middle.
reports that he's going to
running room scares here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Who knows how long he'll stay there, and he has his
now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Then you got this crazy note about how there was a bettor. The Chargers were winning 27-0, and he placed a $1.4 million bet. He would only he would win his money back, and he would only make $11,200 if Chargers hung on to win. Well, no, they didn't, and so he's out $1.4 million. How dumb are you?
And his throw here is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly.
So now,
I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one.
I
think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
We still have the Bears, Texans, Cardinals.
So after the incompletion
Colts,
on first, now
Seattle,
2nd and 10.
Detroit, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Carolina, Philadelphia,
On
Tennessee,
play action, Allen.
Houston again.
He'll get this one.
New York Jets.
And the Bengals grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Pittsburgh, Detroit. Now, Tampa Bay gets a nice pick.
And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball.
Seattle.
You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of the second half.
Since Miami had
they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Oh, Denver because of Miami, San Francisco trade. Okay, so that'd be San Francisco's. Buffalo, Philadelphia, and Kansas City. Those are left for the picks. So
they will throw on first down with Burrow.
Let's quickly take a look how Buffalo.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allow that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Okay, I gotta figure this out.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then
start
go
the
make
season
it and finish
against
it.
defending
That's
Super
when
Bowl
the great
champions,
ones know
LA
that they
Rams.
have the
They
goods.
go to LA and they just put a whooping on the
On
Rams,
3rd
and that
down,
was just
Burrow.
a thing to come when it comes to the Rams.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They take on
Still in the
Tennessee
3rd
next week.
quarter
They
here.
put
Now you look at the
41.
scoreboard. That deficit probably a little too much to
2-0.
overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Miami,
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Next week, they head to Baltimore. This is where Baltimore gets up big,
Maybe this
and then
offense
they
has
blow
learned something
late.
from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
This is Mixon on the draw. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring it down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The rematch we were all waiting for. The one that would change the playoff rules.
And that'll be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, it's going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one. And
Buffalo
that one falls incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
To 5 and 1.
Now it's Burrow. This is caught. And I don't think he got there, no.
And they would
short by
Bay, they down 27-17.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. That would be 4th and short.
At that point in time, they still couldn't beat a divisional opponent. They were 0-2. Now, Jets 6-3, but then we all know how well the Jets did down the stretch. One more game.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The 3-yard touchdown pass.
With,
and the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Between Buffalo
so a very
and Minnesota.
important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed
Buffalo
touchdown.
was winning
Which leads to the question,
27-10.
what was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10.
Up where
so that drive in total 8 plays.
Josh Allen
and it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown
they fumble
reception.
the snap and Minnesota recovers the ball in the end zone. But Buffalo, how great their offense is, moved down the field, tied the game, heads to overtime. But unfortunately, the Vikings weren't in overtime, and Buffalo drops at 6-3 on the season. But that'd be it. That'd be the last time they would take the L, because they would take on the Browns, beat them. In Detroit, I might add, because they decided to move that game to Detroit because there was like 5 feet of snow that fell in Buffalo that weekend.
After the touchdown,
so
McPherson on to kick this one away.
Detroit on Thanksgiving, they beat them. Following Thursday night, they beat the Patriots, get their first divisional win. And they took on the Jets, beat them.
He stopped
Took on the
right where
Dolphins,
he would have
beat
been
them.
if he had simply gone down to a knee
Took
at
on
the
the
25.
Bears, beat them.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take
what
over
would have been
here.
the final Monday night game of the regular
Still
season.
operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Cincinnati, and boom. Final game of the regular season, beat the Patriots. So they end the season. What was it? They end the season on a 7 games? 7-game win streak.
Throwing now is Allen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
He's got
6,
the look
7 game
of
win streak.
Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26
And
yards.
so they had momentum. I don't know what happened this past week. They beat Miami and now they're hosting another game.
Teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them.
Second in the
And these guys have been
AFC.
taking advantage so far.
And they're looking to make their first. Okay.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Oh, come on.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about going
down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They're trying to get back to the
Every defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion.
Kansas City's
But I
going
really
to their side.
enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
Let's
stayed
recap
in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
AFC
you see him
champions.
pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Joe Burrow has
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He misses training camp.
On second down, here's a
he
run with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone.
They host Pittsburgh week 1. Losing overtime.
Devin Singletary.
Rough start.
With his
Rough
second
start
touchdown
for
of the
Cincinnati.
afternoon.
They
As
have
his
the
guys
Dallas
are able
next
to
week.
push
They lose
that
to the
lead out.
Cowboys. The boys are
So another
0-2.
touchdown there, and even though we're still just in the third quarter,
turn around into the start.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it.
They had the New York Kingdom Jets get redemption from last year's Halloween game, and they do so.
extra point by Bass, up and
They
good.
beat the Jets.
They open the
They
lead
beat the
at
Dolphins on a
25.
short week. But then they head to Baltimore and lose a close one. And they take on New Orleans, and then they beat them. They take on the Falcons. I think that was the game that Joe Mixon had 5 touchdowns. What am I thinking? Oh, no. Too early. I was 2 weeks earlier then. But then they played Halloween night. They take on Cleveland.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away.
And it was all the dog pine.
Taking it about the
Browns beat the Bengals. But
now a hit and a loose football.
But that would be Cincinnati's last out of the season.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. Because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery. But he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They still have Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs number. They've beaten the Chiefs like 5 straight times now.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Beat dumb Browns.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They had a chase complete.
And get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Down the Patriots,
the drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to
someone was going to lose
the way they did on the last play.
Okay, but you know what happened.
On 1st and 10, Joe
Burrow. The regular season,
beating
the Ravens.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So, finally,
at this point in the game, in the situation that we're partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive
Bills has
snaps
7-game win streak.
soon.
Cincinnati has 8-game win streak, which are now 8 and 9, respectively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
And something's going to have to give.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Something's going to give.
Too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow will throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest. We're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's the one thing we've seen so far this year is...
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Comebacks in the regular season.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they could do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
We just saw Jackson come back from 27 down. It's a whole different ballgame in the postseason.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and worked their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, they got against them. They have to try to pick it up here moving forward.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was a thing in the game. It was the 4th down.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Touchdown or first down for sure.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
But still.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
3rd and goal, Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Cincinnati's got to go for it. No. You can't just, don't send him out there. This you'd have to go for in my mind.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Yeah.
McPherson's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what your hope is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen, this one caught by Davis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain at 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box. And there's nowhere to run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Allen.
Just before the season, entering the playoffs, Buffalo was on 7 games. Cincinnati was on 8 games. Jacksonville was on a 5 game streak. Kansas City's on a 5 game streak. So the 4 teams that are going to play each other this weekend in the AFC all have winning streaks. And 2 of them are going to come to an end. But on the flip side, Philly,
and a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
They finally win one. Dallas and New York, they both lost the final weeks of the regular season.
To throw, it's Allen.
New York lost to Philly, but
flush to his right. And he's going to get this one down.
Minnesota, they the playoffs with a win.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
They're on a 10-game win streak. Seattle entered the playoffs with a 2-game win streak.
He's dangerous, but when
Seattle,
you add in his ability to make plays with his
Minnesota,
feet,
they're both gone.
almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the
four
great
teams on the AFC side, they all
coverage.
have
He can
win
run
streaks.
too.
San Francisco has the longest and biggest win streak at 10. And I mean, they haven't seen a loss since what, week 7, week 8?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
And
from the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Touchdown.
Quick toss
That's
to Knox.
pretty much my steal. And this one, we still have both quarter plays.
From Josh Allen.
What a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw in the football downfield, they count on getting additional yardage almost
we might
every
talk
time.
about this more
And that's
next
exactly
week.
what he did there. Caught that,
Next week we
ran
will
with it,
do
all the way
both
to the end zone.
NFC and AFC championship games. And we get a week off, and then we get the
Pass
Super Bowl.
on for the extra point.
That's like, man.
And that'll push the lead up to 29
Yeah,
now.
this weekend coming up.
So that
Next
drives 7
weekend,
plays in length. And it ends in a
a
Buffalo
week off,
touchdown.
that's the Pro Bowl week. And then the Super Bowl. We have 4 weeks of the NFL left. Only 4 weeks. And then the XFL kicks off, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Like I said before, when you don't have a team, your favorite team, or you don't have a team that you root for, you just
After
a
the
casual
touchdown
fan.
pass to kick it away.
It's more fun being a casual fan than being a super fan.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Because I'm a
It
sports
takes us
fan
near the
in
25,
general.
just a
I
little
watch
pass
a
there,
little
call
one
it the
before
26. Now the Cincinnati offense
Okay.
ready to see what they can do
And
here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the
Okay,
third quarter has
let's
come
get
to
to
a
it.
close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 35 on second down. Burrow open, it's Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago. That completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Off on NBC.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And
both teams have 5
down right at the 40-yard line.
Got that extra week off.
This game well in hand.
As we saw last year, it didn't make a difference.
Lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline.
These two teams played
he certainly
earlier in the
wants
season.
them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's see what this is. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 18, 12. So around week 11, 12, I don't know when the buys were. Week 10.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Fluck.
The game was in Kansas City, so they were playing in Kansas City again.
Russo picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It was all Kansas City for the most part. Kansas City went up 20-0.
And you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach got plenty to say about this game.
They were able to get a field goal, pull within 10, but then Kansas City gets another touchdown, and Jacksonville got another touchdown.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw.
That'd be their second to last loss of the season.
He'll look to throw.
Because
he's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Beat Baltimore, they lose to Detroit, but then they beat Tennessee, beat Dallas, beat the Jets.
And with that last play, he's now over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
They would beat the Chargers. They would beat the Rams. They would lose to Cincinnati. And then they wouldn't lose again after that Cincinnati loss. They beat the Broncos, they beat the Texans.
Here we go.
Seahawks,
it's Burrow on fourth down. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert.
I mean, if they're looking upset this
alive.
weekend,
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
To be honest, the last 2 games Jacksonville has played, they've played poorly.
So they get the conversion on fourth, and now from the 25 they operate with a first and 10.
There's no way if they fall behind early, especially on the road in
From
Kansas
the
City.
shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by
They're not
Hurst.
making a comeback this time.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Stick with my guns. Stick with my gut.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
They'll show.
To the end zone, but not
they'll eventually get fired.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Trevor Lawrence will lose for the first time on Saturday. Late game Saturday night. I think this will be
an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
And the Philly. It's a NFC East showdown.
To the air again, Burrow.
Each other.
He's got it. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The Eagles
come to
got
the
the season
line,
sweep.
needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. It's Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I do believe the Eagles took the season seat and now they're
coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game,
and
when it's interview time,
each other
someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks.
Twice within the last 5 weeks. This is going to be 3 times within the last.
This offense is going to win this game,
in the last 7
going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And the first time they met was right after they tied with the Commanders, and the Eagles just blew them out 48-22. This is when the Eagles were still flying high.
They'll try
but
and throw
then they
forward
met again week 18. Eagles still get the win, but no close, no stop at the time. Giants were in the playoffs.
From 10 yards out, and the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter
deficit. They had the 6th seed locked up.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Why he should be potential coach of the year. But and Daniel Jones, he's a free agent, and his first 3 years with New York were like, and now it just sometimes takes the right coaching staff, scheme, and players get it. You know,
after the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
For some players,
this will be fielded inside
get drafted,
the 5.
And
he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Football back to the Bills and Stephon
Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still banged up.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Head into Philly, and they knock Rocky out. And it's hard enough to beat a team 3 times.
The Bills on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. B.J. Hill able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
It will be played in Atlanta. That's been determined, which is horse honky in my mind.
Here's Sam Martin now.
That's
always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
And in the South.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Do what they want. I still think it's hullabaloo, but it's because they have the same number of wins, Kansas City and Buffalo, but the number of losses are different. But you know what? No, Kansas City has more wins. But they have the same number of losses, but they don't want to give
From the shotgun, Joe
Burrow
throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Earlier.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
I feel like it's going to be a much closer game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like it is right now.
A draw play for Mixon.
And
nowhere to go that time.
If the NFL is scripted, if the NFL is rigged, Buffalo
That's a
will
good
win.
start to this drive on the defensive
Buffalo will find a way
Force
to win.
completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the
And
running play
then
on second.
take on Kansas City in their neutral site
going to the
AFC
quarterback in an
Championship.
expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line
So
here,
give me
needing 9
Buffalo,
yards to
Cincinnati,
pick up the first.
you just come to an
On
end.
third down, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
But that's
And
another
he's going
great
to
thing
have a
about
Bengals first down as they're
wild
able to
cards.
get the third down
Wild card
conversion.
Kind of know
Three-score game here.
who's got
You
it,
can
who's
probably
not.
rule out the
Picks
comeback, but
the winners
certainly
is
some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can
simpler,
get a few
easier,
more points to
and
close things out.
I think
And
I
to
went
that
6-0.
end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
I know what I'm going to pick this week.
A loss is a
Much
loss,
easier.
and no one wants anything to
So
count
far,
as a moral
it's Kansas
victory
City,
or
it's
really
New York,
something that feels
it's
a little bit
Buffalo.
cheap. But they'll trim that lead down to just 2
Final game of the
scores.
week.
That's still a benefit to this squad. Well, he's smart enough
Dallas
to avoid the
at San
taunting rule,
Francisco.
but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop
I will
coming
say
after
this.
me downfield because I just broke up another pass
If
and took
I
away a
gotta
big
keep
shot
with my
that you were trying to succeed with.
intuition that no NFC East team going to make it to the Super Bowl, I got to pick the
On
49ers.
second and 10.
And I think the 49ers are the better
Let
team.
one go deep for Higgins.
And they have
this
the
is
pitcher.
dropped.
They have the defense.
It's incomplete.
They have the offense.
Big gainer in his sights, but not really.
I just don't know if I can
Coverage
trust
you'd expect to
that.
see in a tie game late.
Their
Not a
special teams.
lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
I would not mind seeing Dallas win.
So back-to-back
Mainly from Mike
incompletions, and that
McCarthy.
has him staring at a third and 10.
Former Packer head coach. Don't mind to see him take them boys to the championship game for the first time in
Now it's Burrow.
27 years, is it?
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 42. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives,
I
but
don't
when
know.
you're down
I'm
what they are,
overthinking this.
they've got to pay it off with some points.
Whatever, since
The
the
last
95
run good
season,
for
96
2. Here's second and 8.
But it is a coin flip. All I know is I'm really enjoying it. But I'm going with San Francisco.
He finds his man,
so,
complete. It's
quick
Boyd.
recap.
And he gets
Kansas
us
City,
down inside
New York,
the 35 before going
Buffalo,
out of bounds.
San Francisco. But I will not be mad if Dallas wins. Them boys. I'm not going to be
They'll
mad
look to make it 3
if I
for
get them
3
all
on
wrong.
third
It's all the
down
other 4 teams.
conversions. They need a yard here.
There's a reason why these 4
looking to
teams are in the
pass.
playoffs. Okay?
And
Or 8
this
teams.
one
These 8
is
teams are in the playoffs.
incomplete.
Even with such a big lead, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So.
Going with their tight end on fourth.
Yeah,
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he
guys.
goes down at the 26. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And look, they got it. Good for them, but they were within his range. I know that would have been a long field goal. I'm kind of surprised he didn't kick it, though.
I guess what he's going to have to do is frame it as, I just had so much confidence in the offense there, that's why I went for it. It's not me saying you couldn't have made that field goal. I'm going to need you later. Stay ready.
Yeah, he did have the one miss earlier, but you're right. Stay ready. There's still plenty of time in this game. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
And he will take it on in for Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon from 17 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Okay, so Cincinnati has to go for the onside kick.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
Oof.
And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So now Buffalo has 3:30 left.
On first down, Allen.
Now that is my question.
Diggs.
Let's see where they score again. I guess they will.
Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Those Mafia's going to be excited, but it's just, I understand why they would have a neutral site game for Kansas City and Buffalo, but I think it's still worth honky. I mean, yes, if Buffalo would have beaten Cincinnati early in the season, they would have the #1 seed. If they actually played that game, they would have the #1 seed, and they would be hosting.
After the touchdown, Bass
They
to kick it
easily could
away.
have just said, you know what, we'll just do a coin flip and do that way. Who's going to host?
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals set to take over.
Buffalo just
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. Partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
All we need to do is wrap this game up.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet. and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And down inside the 15 he goes. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Empty backfield.
Again, it's Burrow.
Oh, almost.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. 3rd and 2, now Burrow.
Ooh.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaped out, began his route. Someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Yeah, no, he's not saying on McManus. They just need 2 yards to get 1st down. But
they'll try and run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. And McPherson on for the extra point.
McPherson.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
That's a good thing Buffalo scored that other touchdown. Otherwise, it'd be just a 1-score game.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a carbon copy.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them off, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Incredible. But yeah, okay, like 49-35, yes, I can see it like that. I still say Buffalo wins. Well, Burrow gets sacked. Intercepted.
And this is intercepted.
And off to the races he goes.
Picked up.
And he fumbles it.
It's a loose football.
Oh my God.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I don't know if they lost or gained yards or anything.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
They have to use a timeout.
And he's going to be marked down
they
just
have no choice but
outside
use
the
a timeout.
10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow.
Touchdown.
And it's caught. And he takes this one
here's
into
the thing.
the end zone.
Since they had to burn that timeout, which I don't think they would have done in real life.
Get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now.
I don't think they would have done it in real
Probably
life.
going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a
Buffalo
very,
recovers
very
the
tiny
onside kick,
two-play
game is
drive
over.
that time.
3 kneel downs. Buffalo will head off to the AFC Championship game for the second time in 3 years. So here we go for their 3rd straight onside kick. No, this Buffalo didn't get that touchdown earlier. After.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here.
And Buffalo recovers it.
Nope. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. So 3 quick kneel downs. Probably 2 timeouts. Yeah, Cincinnati's going to use their timeouts, which is
so from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Easily called timeout. Buffalo either punts it or attempts a field goal. And then Cincinnati gets the ball back, and then they would add 1 play probably.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Two, one.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring,
I can believe a 49-42 shootout.
That's not something we see very often. In
but I don't
this
think
case,
it's going to come down like the way it did in this one.
The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
But there you have it. Madden is picking Buffalo a win. Head back to the AFC Championship game for the second time in 3 years. And Cincinnati heads back home. So there you go. Hopefully it is it's a thriller like the real one is like this. So can't wait. Let's enjoy the divisional round, see who makes it to the championship games, and just like I said, what, 4 more weeks of the NFL. So till next time, adios muchachos.